All right, y'all. Welcome back to another Never Lost Outdoors camping trip. Field trip? We'll call them field trips. Thanks for tagging along. So we got a new little camp area to try out. We attempted to clean it up one time years ago, and there's still a lot of brush laying around. And I'd kind of like to utilize this area, so I figured to use this trip as a chance to come clean up a little bit. Set up the fire ring, have a new area. This is just an old piece of like pipeline pipe that a buddy of mine gave me, I don't know, like 2 years ago. I've had it for a while. But yeah, we were kind of cleaning up and just kind of shoving all the wood and brush in. So there's sticks and brush and stuff laying everywhere. But should be a nice spot. It's close to a river. Plenty of trees around. So this has no holes in it yet because I forgot to make some. So now what I think I got to do is go get some rocks and put under there, kind of get some draft going under it, help the fire burn. Start rounding up sticks, clean up this area. Start trying to burn some of that, which is definitely wet, so I don't know how well that's going to go. But yeah, just kind of get this like a usable little area anyway. And once we get some of this wood burned down, try to start on some dinner. Kind of curious how this is going to turn out. I watched one video of a guy reposting it, and he said one of his buddies made it and it got like some millions of views, and this one was at like some hundreds of thousands of views. So it seems pretty popular. I don't know. From what I can gather, it's pretty simple. It's just, I don't know, I got what I think to make it work. So yeah, should be a pretty easy dinner. Should be pretty tasty. And yeah, we'll hang out by the fire and relax a little bit, huh? Alright, now you can see there's a gap my hand will fit under, so should let plenty of draft in to get this burning really good. So now we just gotta get a fire going in here and see how hot we can get it to get some of this wood to dry out and burn. That's pretty soggy. Alright, let's see if we can get a fire going here. This week's fire starter, just another one of my little homemade deals. Kind of show you what's in here. So it's just a toilet paper tube. Well, I think this is actually paper towel that I cut in half. But anyway, dryer sheet, dryer lint in there if you can see that. Gonna stuff some of that in there. Plug the end off with a piece of paper towel. Paper towel, dryer sheet, some lint. Usually takes off pretty well. I'll let that go for a minute. Should take off. Alright, I think the space under there helped. Burning pretty good. Fire starter took a little longer than I would have preferred to get it going, but I didn't have as much lint in there as I would normally like to have. But going good now. Kind of making my way through one pile here. This was just laying here and I cut it up just for some firewood for later, but this stack was like that tall. It's burning pretty quick. So I kind of get through this pile, round up a little more, a little bit laying around, start on some of that stuff over there, and might get a little bit of cleaning done around here. Nice thing about the dryer sheets is when that fire takes off, it smells pretty pleasant. Kind of like it. About time to try a different beer, I think. A little beer review action, if you will. Never seen it or heard of it. I like the can. Stone, and like you can see the symbol, I think that's Stone Brewing. I could just try to read it, maybe. Yeah, Stone Brewing. Imported from San Diego. Since '96, they've released hundreds of beers. Yeah. So I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. I'm going to butcher it real bad. Buena Vesa, I'm thinking. Maybe Buena Vesa. I don't know. Salt and lime lager. Now, I'm nervous about this one. Like, I like some salt and lime in my beers. You know, like Corona and all that. But in here already, in a can, I don't know. But it's only 4.7. So I feel like the danger level for myself is fairly low. Lager with salt and lime added, already said that. Sea salt and lime. Fresh Baja inspired creation is everything a lager should be. Crisp, refreshing, and full of flavor. The name was inspired by Buena for good and Vesa for cerveza. Makes sense. Let's give it a shot. How big is this thing? It's a pretty big can. 1 pint. That ain't half bad. It's not bad at all. Like, it's not overly limey, it's not overly salty. Pretty surprising. It's not that bad at all. I don't know if it's something I could have like a bunch of. But like one of these to start your day would be alright maybe. Oh, yeah. I'd have that again. I'd give that like a, I don't know, I'd give it like a 6.1. Definitely tolerable. Just not my favorite. But I will finish this one. If I'd have been thinking, I'd have had this on like a taco night or something for the channel. Would have made more sense being a cerveza. But, oh well. So I'm going to sip on this guy just a little more. I've been kind of picking away at the stuff here. I'll give you an update, but it's not very impressive because it doesn't look like I've done much. But I have been burning in that thing for a hot minute now. Kind of picked at that a little bit, got some other little stuff cleaned up. So I'll pile it in one more time and get it burned down real good and maybe think about some dinner. Alright, so one good thing about this thing when I made it is I made these to where I could tighten it down wherever I wanted it to be. Because without that, it wouldn't have fit and it would have fell down in there. So, these little nuts and bolts that you can see in there, just tighten those down and now it'll reach the whole way across. Skillet's getting pretty warm, so we're going to try the Simply Potatoes Signature Seasoned diced potatoes. I don't know. Figure it'd be easier than like dicing them up myself. Those smell really good. Oh yeah, definitely good and seasoned. Oh, hot handle, hot handle. Don't grab that. Very hot. Yep, hot. All kinds of heat around that. So I'm gonna let those go for like another couple minutes probably. Get that chicken on there. Alright, better go ahead and cut up a little chicken here. Wasn't really sure what to go with, so I just got some regular old chicken breasts. About the right amount, maybe. So for seasoning on the chicken, I think I'm gonna go kind of plain, just not to overdo it and wreck it. Garlic, a little onion, and a little pepper. See how that does. Way too much pepper. Right there. So we're about ready for some sauce. The video I saw, they used Buffalo Wild Wings garlic parm. That's fine, but super salty for me. I don't remember what the serving said. It was like 600 milligrams of sodium on the bottle. And this says 260. So I'm going with Sweet Baby Ray's garlic parm. I'm a pretty big fan of Sweet Baby Ray's as like barbecue sauce. So I'm hoping this is pretty solid. Oh yeah. For garlic parm, that's my go-to now. It's a touch salty. It can be hard to get away from that. So much better for me compared to the Buffalo Wild Wings. Yeah, we're about ready for this. So I need to combine sauce, stir, cheese, all that stuff. So I guess you just kind of take the chicken and dump it right in. Give it a little mixy. I believe I'm going to throw in a little Parmesan cheese while it's nice and hot and get that melting before I put the sauce in. Alright, I think it's about time for sauce. Not sure how much to use, so I'm just going to go way too heavy like I always do. That's most of the bottle. It looks good to me. I mean, that looks about like it did on social media. Thought it'd be like kind of too wet, but I don't know, looks about right. Time to give it a shot, I think. So that's probably enough to start with anyways. So I think this would be a pretty good time to try some Dan-O's seasoning on here. Should go pretty well with it. Done with that. Gotta go a little more pepper. So those potatoes were pretty seasoned, so I might have overdone it, but I don't know yet. Looks good. Trying to get some chicken and potato first bite. was a little skeptical. It's pretty good, actually. I feel like most people probably use regular potatoes, which would still be good. Kind of glad I went with like these seasoned ones. That is tasty. It's a touch salty, but I went pretty heavy on that sauce and on the cheese. But even for me, it's still not like overbearing. You know I went way too much, of course. And of course, I want to eat it all, be miserable, probably have more later. Got a little cheese pull in there, not bad. Pretty proud of myself. I did not put the whole bottle of sauce on there, and I did not put that entire bag of cheese. Little steps. Get better every day. It could even be a little saucier, really. Well, as much as I normally hate to admit this, the internet was kind of right. I don't know, like, if chicken thighs would have made a big difference. Everybody has their preference. But the videos I saw used chicken breast, so that's just what I went with. Turned out pretty good. Those chives were a nice addition. Not too bad at all. Nope, getting pretty full. Now I'm just like going through my head of other stuff I could put on this to change it up a bit. I'm thinking maybe some bacon would be good on there. Like, cook it up, crumble it, chop it, sprinkle it. I'm surprised I'm not seeing that yet. Should have done it myself. Could be internet famous. But yeah, that's really good. Oh, I recommend trying that. I'm sure most people probably put like a crock pot and let it go all day or something, maybe, I don't know. But over a campfire, you never lose. Always good. And that was what, like 4 or 5 ingredients or something. So it's kind of hard to beat for camp food. Oh. So, I'm going to try not to eat the rest of the whole skillet. You know, keep working on some of this brush. Got some daylight left. And probably relax a little bit here as darkness approaches. Oh, that was a lot. That was a lot. I'm a big fan of these September nights. Well, late September nights. Early September is still pretty warm, but These later September nights, I don't have to turn my fan on. I can just kind of crack all my windows. The cool air comes in. Pretty solid night of sleeping. I gotta pee. And I'm gonna go for a coffee. And I'm ready to try this breakfast. Can't imagine it's gonna be great, but let's get out of bed and try it, shall we? All right, so fire's going pretty good. I don't know what chili you're supposed to use. I don't know if you're supposed to have it with or without beans, but I don't know. I'm going with Hormel. Well, there's no way I'm whisking these eggs on a plate and not wrecking them. I can try though. Our butter melts really quickly. Probably call that good enough before I do wreck it. Gotta have cheese on your eggs, right? That handle's super hot. And might as well go a little more cheese. I mean, it doesn't look terrible. I like chili and I like eggs, but together still sounds weird. Couldn't ask for much easier of a breakfast if you do it like this, because eggs take hardly any time and you can just heat the chili up out of a can like I did. I feel like this is going to be a gut bomb for sure. It's really not that bad. Very surprising. It's not amazing. It's just not that bad. Maybe this is normal in other places. I don't know. I've never seen anybody do it. And then I just started seeing it on social media, so I thought, I'd give that a shot. It's not awful, but it is lacking hot sauce. I actually have a new hot sauce to try. These Daddle Do It's came in like a variety pack. And I think I got one more left after this to try. I haven't had a jalapeno sauce in a long time. Just says zesty and unique. I think it's gonna be pretty good on there, so I'm just gonna douse the whole thing. Should definitely be too much. Yep, hot sauce is just what it needed. Almost forgot about this. That might be alright on there. Smoke right in my eyeballs. A hot sauce, sour cream, everything. One bite. Oh, still smoke right in my eyes. I'm gonna move. The hot sauce and sour cream definitely helps. It was fine before, but if you like hot sauce and sour cream on things, I'm going a little more sour cream. Kind of curious to see what chili would taste like on like a sunny side up egg or like an over easy, like with some yolk in there. Might be good that way too. I don't know. Alright, might as well have a coffee, huh? So I was pretty impressed with that Black Stag from last week. The vanilla. I just found a caramel they had. Caramel. I'm not even going to try. I normally don't go for caramel. But I also normally don't go for vanilla, and it was pretty tasty. This one also says 40% less sugar than leading brands. Well, than leading brand. Maybe they're just comparing it to like Starbucks or one specific one. I don't know. 180 calories. So again, not terrible compared to some. It's really not bad at all. This one's balanced really well too. It's not like overly caramel, overly sugary, overly coffee. It's like the perfect blend actually. Yep, like it. Not too shabby. So I think what I'm gonna do for that coffee is give that about a 6.8 or so. Because I like it and I'll finish it. I don't love it. I definitely don't think I'd ever buy it again. But you never know, I might. If I ever have a hankering for some caramel anyway. That dinner, by the way, I probably didn't say it last night. They're cheap. I think it was like 12 bucks total. Something like that. So, fairly budget friendly. And easy for a camp food. I mean, it was only, what, 4 ingredients? So overall, not terrible. Normal people, it would feed a few. It's going to feed me twice-ish at the most. Because that's what I do to myself. I don't know why I do it. That breakfast, also, very cheap and easy. I think it was like $1.20 for the eggs, which was only 6. Like a couple dollars for the chili, a couple dollars for the cheese. I didn't even use half the bag of cheese. So I mean, that's like a $5 breakfast, you know what I mean? And that would feed at least 2 people, you know, normal people. So that's not terrible. So yeah, I think a dinner and a breakfast for like less than 20 bucks is not that bad. And fairly tasty. I mean, usually some of these internet fads aren't terrible. The chicken and potatoes, I figured it'd be good. A little skeptical on the eggs and chili, but I'll probably do that again sometime. Not my favorite breakfast, don't get me wrong. But a can of chili I can just throw in my camp tote and I just have it there all the time. So make sure I bring a few eggs and there it is. And that coffee, I didn't rate the coffee. Did I? Yeah, I did. Yeah, if you like caramel, try that. Pretty good coffee. Overall, pretty solid camp trip. Didn't get as much cleaned of this area as I wanted to. But I did get all the wood burned. And now it's just like a pile of leaves and some really crusty, soft wood that was under that I'm not going to be able to burn. So just got to bring up like a rake and a shovel and a wheelbarrow, get all that cleaned up, and have a pretty decent little camp spot to use. So pretty excited about that. Next week is up for debate, as usual. I don't plan ahead enough. But you know, I'll go somewhere, figure out something else to make and some more things to try. Oh wait, jalapeno hot sauce, I did not rate that. That was tasty, and it had a pretty good little kick. I liked it. I'll probably have that again for sure. I give that I give it like a 7-8. Definitely not my favorite hot sauce, but it's really good. I like it. I would definitely go buy it again. I will definitely enjoy finishing off that bottle. Now I think that's everything, right? So anyway, got some stuff to clean up, chair, stuff like that. Not a whole huge mess. Cleans fairly easy when you're by yourself. But thanks for tuning in. Definitely appreciate you guys coming back every week, the ones that do. Definitely enjoy reading your comments and your tips and advice. Definitely feel free to do that, because I'm an idiot and I do things wrong a lot. And this is my first time really like filming myself, and you know what I mean, so I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of winging it and hoping for the best. So definitely appreciate your advice. So leave a comment if you'd like. I'll definitely respond to everyone that I can. I don't think I've missed any, but again, if I did, I apologize. And yeah, think about tuning in next week. Put a video out every Friday. Definitely want to take you guys along every chance I can get. It's been a lot of fun, so definitely plan on doing it for a while. Think about hitting that subscribe button. It will alert you when I upload, I believe. I think there's like a little bell, I don't know, something like that. But I've heard it to let you know when I upload. But I'm trying my best to do that every single Friday. So just look for it then, hopefully. Try to have it done by the evening. So yeah, if you like what you see, come back next week. We will definitely do it again. But that's it for now. So thanks for watching.